This week on Your Newsroom, remembering 9/11. Faculty tell us their stories from 20 years ago.
It took a long time to get over it.
After decades of dispute, student athletes can make money on their name, image, and likeness, which has some Georgia Southern athletes scoring big.
Plus, with a record number of freshmen living in on-campus dorms, how is university housing ensuring students stay safe, especially in the midst of a pandemic?
If it matters to you, it matters to us.
And it all starts right now.
This is Your Newsroom with Andy Cole and Aaron Ware. Plus, your team of reporters in the field covering stories that matter to you. Now from the Georgian Media Group, this is Your Newsroom.
Hey everyone, welcome to Your Newsroom. I'm Andy Cole.
And I'm Aaron Ware. We're so glad to see you.
20 years ago, the world as we knew it was rocked. Freedom was attacked, and no one knew what the future had in store. Now, 20 years later, a lot has changed. Your Newsroom's Asa Bartley spoke with some faculty members who recount that fateful Tuesday morning.
For many of us, 9/11 happened when we were toddlers. For those old enough to remember, they'll never forget. Saturday marks the 20th anniversary of September 11th. 2,977 people died that day. Major Jermaine Williams was stationed at Fort Benning, here in Georgia. He told me how he and his crew members relied on TV news to keep up to date with what was happening.
As the reporters were giving us information up to the minute, we were getting feedback that this was actually not a accident. It was something catastrophic that was happening in our nation.
Nobody wanted to laugh. It was not the time or place. It was very somber. It took a long time to get over it.
Dr. Dean Cummings is an associate professor who worked at WKYC in Cleveland in 2001. Due to the live nature of the event, Cummings believes that's why it is remembered so vividly.
They hit New York at 9 o'clock in the morning, and everybody saw it live. And that impacted so many people.
Following 9/11, the government and American public wanted to ensure that we could not be attacked from within again. Dr. Barry Ballack explained how feelings of vulnerability and uncertainty paved the way for Americans to willingly trade in areas of their privacy for more security.
It was shortly after that we passed the Patriot Act, which was an incredibly, sort of expansive and invasive type of document in terms of, surveilling American citizens and those sorts of things.
Major Williams was in the initial deployments into Iraq following 9/11. He still thinks that we have more in common with our neighbors than we are led to believe.
The patriotism, the camaraderie, we may have our differences, but all in all, we're here as Americans.
Reporting to you, I'm Asa Bartley.
20 years later, many people still remember when time stood still. The impact of 9/11 will never be forgotten.
The NCAA's new name, image, and likeness deal has opened up opportunities for student athletes to earn money in new ways. Your Newsroom's Justin Helms spoke with Athletic Director Jared Benko and some players who are now scoring big.
After decades of dispute, the NCAA now allows college athletes to make money off their name, image, and likeness, also known as NIL. Athletic Director Jared Benko has been preparing for the new change.
Well, first, I think it's been good for our student athletes, which is great. And really, I would say going back to this spring and summer was trying to make sure that we came up with educational apparatuses and lessons just to help them understand.
NIL deals are something that many college football analysts and coaches felt would make recruitment harder for smaller schools. Benko is confident in the school's ability to provide a full student-athlete experience and prepare them for the future, which draws in recruits.
We feel like we have a top institution to recruit you academically and athletically. We just signed a new deal with Open Doors, and that's a great software platform that allows our student-athletes to continue to enhance their branding.
The process of acquiring a sponsorship deal or how they promote their name, image, and likeness is entirely up to the students. For Todd Bradley Glenn, this meant he could begin advertising his company using his image as a football player.
In a way, kind of like advertise it, and I can kind of connect it back to myself and like my football image in a way. And so then I can, bring more business to myself instead of it not being like all connected as one thing.
NIL deals gives athletes the opportunity to earn extra money for not only themselves, but also their families.
It just helped me manage my money the right way, and I know just for people in general, it's giving them extra money to get in their pockets to eat or just provide for their family back home, because a lot of kids do that play D1 football do come from nothing.
Benko was happy with how Eagle student athletes have done their homework before deciding on deals.
I'm proud of our student athletes for taking this, very seriously, but also exercising due diligence and not just jumping at the first offer.
Reporting to you from Paulson Stadium, I'm Justin Helms.
While it's unclear how many athletes here at Georgia Southern have secured NIL deals, all athletes are able to do so.
This year, the university will see the biggest freshman class in history. With so many students living in close quarters, how safe are they during the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic? Your Newsroom's Mackenzie Stewart has more.
The freshman class has reached an all-time enrollment of 5,247 students, according to Dr. Kyle Marrero's State of the University. With the influx of so many freshmen on campus, residence halls are housing more students than ever before. With COVID-19 cases still rising in the state, safety and health protocols are in place that encourage mask wearing and limited outside visitors. One student living in Watson Hall says he feels that his dorm is taking great precautions.
So, in my opinion, I think Watson's actually done a pretty good job with handling the pandemic. They had a lot of resources. They had, I used wipes that I was able to move in. They had gloves. They had a lot of resources for me to use.
Another student living in Centennial Place, which houses over 1,001 students as of 2021, stated that they also feel university housing is being proactive with safety in the building.
And I actually think they're doing it really well. They've been really locking down on people who have been getting COVID and making sure that it's not spreading throughout the dorms.
Students living here on campus seem to be comfortable and accepting of the COVID precautions placed by University Housing. University Housing declined our multiple requests for an on-camera interview. Reporting to you from Centennial Place, I'm Mackenzie Stewart.
More details now. Georgia Southern officials announced Monday 116 cases of COVID-19 from the fourth week of classes. That report now marks 2 weeks of decline. Positive reports are down nearly 60% this week.
That'll do it for this week. We encourage you to connect with us on social media at your_newsroom.
For now, for Aaron and for all of us at Your Newsroom, I'm Andy Cole. We'll see you next week. So long.